that get somebody's attention. Yeah, come on. Door. I rang the doorbell, and obviously that didn't work. And now I want some service here, goddammit. And for those of you tuning in, you're going to see an abrasive cameraman today. Because we just had an attorney, Mr. Michael Rooney, tell me to go fuck myself. Threatened to sue me. Sorry, inmate from the Butte County Jail. You're going to have to wait. Yeah, told me to go fuck myself. He's going to sue me, but he's not going to sue me because I don't have any money and I live with my parents. No, it's not. It's not very professional. I told him he's engaging in violation of bar conduct. Yeah. All right. We're online. Good. Well, not so good, actually. Oh, well, apparently Mr. Rooney, somebody for either Ruse or Greason or somebody decided to tell him about our recorded pro per phone call and how I felt about him because well, it's a little bit of a long story, but let's wait. He called me out as I don't get my facts straight and I'm a liar in court parking lot. And his response was when I asked him, well, what did I get wrong, to call me. And he never returned my phone calls, and I guess Mr. Jeremiah Weed decided to go ahead and plead guilty today, or no contest, that's his business. But afterwards today, I guess somebody decided to tell him how I truly felt about him, disrespectfully. And when I was leaving the Butte County Jail a few minutes ago, he threatened to sue me, but he wasn't going to sue me because I don't have any money. He told me to go fuck myself. And I'd like to speak to Ruse or Greason and get this on the record because I know those two are in the room. And Mr. Veaver is specifically stating to me it's Greason who's listening to these recorded pro per phone calls. I want some answer at this because this is ridiculous that you go and rile up a man and send him to harass me.
Right. So, yeah, sorry you're going through that. As far as any communication that's occurred between the two attorneys, I'm not aware of what is discussed there.
Well, Mr. Rooney openly told me that he was told they started talking about they, as in the district attorney. That's why I'm not allowed in the courtroom as much as I used to be, because they openly talk about me. And I've heard them openly talk about me. Okay. And the difference, Mr. Rooney, if you're watching this too, the thing is compared to dragging you guys into federal court about this, not media thing, well, that's Mr. Rooney's opinion. And he can say that all he wants. But then when he engages in retaliatory behavior, violates rule of bar conduct, that's crossing the line. And then when it's coming off of information from the district attorney's office, that's another issue.
All right, so as far as the two attorneys discussing what is taking place, what's factual, what's not as far as reporting, I don't know anything about that, right? I'm not privy to those conversations.
And that's the thing, is your higher ups, if you will, have this, pretty much essentially dump this on you.
Well, it's not necessarily that. I don't work, the attorney, we work together, right? But
right.
What I'm getting at is I'm not defense attorneys, and the prosecution, they will have conversations as to maybe something they witnessed in a jail call. I don't know. What I'm getting at is I don't know what was shared. What I can do, if you'd like to talk to Mr. Greason or Mr. Ruse.
Yeah, today or now, preferably.
Well,
they are our public servants, and I have a right to.
They may be serving somebody else working over at the courts. Okay. Maybe working on another case. So
well, can you check to see if they're even in the building?
I can check, and if they're not available, what I'll do is I have your information.
Right.
I'll pass them on and have them give you a call if that works.
Yeah.
Does that make that work?
Yeah.
I usually work for you and I pretty well. Last
yes.
time you and I were chatting and stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so give me just a minute.
Sure.
Okay?
All right, thank you everybody for tuning in. Let me look at the comments here. Yes, 420 RU definitely. Cameraman. Hello everybody tuning in. Wow. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I can play the body cam because there you go, you see my face. Yeah, let me see if I can play the body because I started recording as he, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. I was hoping I recorded right when he told me to go fuck myself. But of course he'll just contest and say that afterwards. disgraceful, man. You made a mockery and asked me to call you and said call me. I called you twice. You never returned my phone calls. You called me a liar. I asked you to explain yourself and you never, well then good. Is that a threat? See, and that's how attorneys, that's how the public, the drunken pretenders operate here in Butte County, ladies and gentlemen. They'll scam you out of a $10,000 retainer fee, and you know, since he pled guilty, I'm free to talk about this, right? This freaking investigator, right? He apparently, the defendant allegedly confessed on this date in October, and the attorney didn't see the paper until the day before the court hearing last week. So he allegedly admitted to running away from the police, but not, you know, driving his vehicle towards the police car, allegedly. But that's how they get the 92% conviction rate, ladies and gentlemen. They get you in jail, and now with the COVID everything, you know, people want to get out of jail. And so even he has no strikes, so time and a half, he's going to be looking at 5 years cut, credit served about a year or so, compared to the 13 years he was facing if found guilty at maximum penalty. But, you know, even eyewitness this showman court tell me that this attorney is a joke. $10,000 retainer fee, more than a Hemming retainer, and for him to do pretty much, I mean, he did some investigating, but when I went and reported that, hey, I went down to this muffler shop where this chase allegedly went through, oh, here.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
both in court right now.
Okay.
I don't know what time that they're going to get done. Usually they run till the end of the day.
Right.
So have you been upstairs? I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I know upstairs and up there, all that.
Okay, so maybe tomorrow morning might be better if you
Okay.
came back by and then you check in with them.
Well, I'll just go back, see if court is still open, and just see if I can speak to them personally. So,
good.
all right, thank you.
You take care.
Will do. Okay, and back to what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen here. So we're gonna continue live. We're gonna go walk over to the courthouse now, actually, and everybody, while you're on it, why don't you go ahead and, of course, this is at your own will, but you can always feel free to call the Butte County Sheriff's, I mean not Sheriff's, but Butte County District Attorney's Office and ask their, you know, leave a message. Ask, why is the cameraman not media? Why did you tell Mr. Rooney information that was recorded on a per phone call? And that's the truth. I think he is Looney Rooney, ladies and gentlemen. When somebody in this parking lot, which I'll switch over to right now, in the parking lot of this courthouse, I'm walking towards where it happened. But back to the story, as I was saying. So anyways, I went down to this muffler shop where this police chase allegedly went through, because at the preliminary hearing, the officers said, oh, well, you know, he went through this muffler shop and there was a bunch of employees jumping up and down and pointing to the direction that they fled. Well, if there was 5 employees jumping up and down, here, let me set my camera equipment down, ladies and gentlemen, sort of slide down my hand there. Let me fix that. Oh, shoot, it's really stuck. There we go. All right. So I went down to this muffler shop where this chase went through. And so if there's 5 people jumping up and down, ladies and gentlemen, that should tell me, well, there's 5 people that can say they saw a white male with black hair drive this vehicle that was allegedly, you know, fleeing from the police. And so I went down there. The owner told me he had security cam footage, but the file was, there was some sort of corruption issue with the file. I talked to some of the employees, none of which were able to tell me what they saw, except for one. And what he stated to me was that whoever was driving the vehicle, he wasn't able to tell, you know, who it was, you know, whether it was a man or a woman, but whoever he did see driving the vehicle had blonde hair, and the defendant has black hair. So yeah, exactly. Cop incident reports are usually works of fiction. Exactly. Thank you, 420 RU2. So I wrote this all down in a an affidavit, if you will, if you want to call it that, or just basically a communication, and I submitted it to the court, and they received it as a communication, and this attorney, Mr. Rooney, at first was nice. I'm like, wow, in this matter anyways, I believe there's a hatred that stems from him towards me from the Don Charles Peja matter, but he never really clarified. The only thing I can assume what he meant by I didn't get my facts straight, I'll get to that in a second. But first, he was nice. He was like, wow, this should have been investigated the first time, all of this happened before the preliminary hearing, blah, 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 yeah. And so I thought we were going to have some good communication here. And so the next court date comes around, and as I'm leaving the courthouse, these steps right here, right behind me, ladies and gentlemen, I walked down, and right here, Mr. Rooney, he confronted me, and he called me a liar, and he said I need to get my facts straight, and I said, well, what about? Pertaining to this matter or another matter? And, I'm getting ahead of myself, ladies and gentlemen, because now that it comes in my head, actually, a few days before this incident, he actually called me on the phone. That's what I mean by twice in the body cam footage, is he called me on the phone twice. And, not on the phone twice, I'm sorry. He called me, and I called him twice. The first time was returning his phone call, because he called me from a private number. I didn't answer it, because I was away from the phone at the time, and he left a message for me to call him. So I called his office back, left him a message, never returned my call. Fast forward to this date, we have the confrontation. Tells me I'm a liar, I need to get my facts straight. I asked him, okay, what about this case or another matter? And he says, call me. So after that, I call his number, leave him another message. He never gets back to me. So, at that point, I just not going to really trust him and deal with him. Then he has his private investigator reach out to me to go over what let me switch the camera here, to go over what I filed in my communication. And, I told him the same thing that I put in the paper. And what's interesting is when I first met this investigator, I asked him if he talked to the defendant, Mr. Weed, Jeremiah Robert Weed, and from what I gathered, he hadn't visited him in the Butte County Jail. And as a matter of fact, he asked me, what does this guy look like? And I gave him, the description of him. He seemed to have a general description already. But if you already supposedly met him in October, which you claim to have a paper of that he admitted allegedly to running away from law enforcement but not driving at them with their vehicle, sure, no problem, Miss TTS. Tell Mr. TTS I said hi. Allegedly in October, but now why would you ask me what he looks like? So the investigator, I guess, went down there, and I guess these employees said, oh, they never saw me, and I guess they chickened out. Either that, or they were retaliated against by the police department or the Butte County district attorney or sheriffs in some way, because they were enthusiastic to talk to me. But why would his investigator, either his investigator's a liar too, or they just didn't, they didn't think it was going to go anywhere, and when someone, I guess, they saw as official showed up, they chickened out. But it doesn't matter now, because if I go over and talk to him about it, because the defendant willingly entered a plea of no contest and was found guilty, and he has a sentencing hearing now. Of course, he can appeal, but that's up to him if he wants to or not. And so, let me grab my stuff here, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to wait by the door for these slime balls, these evil people, to come out and explain themselves. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sick of this shit. Recording per phone calls, and then you go and send an attorney to come and tell me off, huh? And then threaten to sue me. Fuck you. You hear that? Fuck you. You guys are corrupt. You're evil. You ignore your own rules. So why should I have to follow them? So we're going to wait right here by this exit door, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to wait for either Greason, District Attorney Jeff Greason, or District Attorney Ruse. And on a side note, these people, do they not see the contrast, the irony of her names? Okay, you got a district attorney named Ruse pulling a ruse over the people, if you will. And you got Jeff Greason with his greasy tactics of maintaining that 92% conviction rate in this county. So we got some people coming out here. Yeah, exactly. Attorneys are well entwined with the thin blue line, that is for sure. So, I think we got a whole jury coming out of people. So back to Mr. Rooney today with the guiltiness and him going down to so let me just make sure I had. So I openly told a defendant there in another matter that they're listening to all the phone calls in the jail that I have because now of COVID, the visitation, which is now reopening finally this weekend. But for the past 6 months, I've been dealing with these people on the phone because there's no visitation. So, they've been recorded, and two of these people, a couple of them that I'm dealing with are pro per, representing themselves. And they have rights to confidential phone calls like an attorney does, but they record them anyways. And so, yesterday or it was today, I said, I openly, openly told my opinion of how I felt about Mr. Rooney to another attorney, because I'm not an attorney, but the pro se inmate, because he's been around this county a long time. He knows everybody, and even he agreed that he's a piece of shit. And so I guess he didn't like the fact that I stated my true opinion of him, like he stated his opinion of me in court that I'm not media, even though California rules of court that say anybody engaged in news gathering is media, and any other news gathering or news media agency, right there, California rules of court. I mean, look it up. Let me actually, I have it right here. I don't have the full text and everything, but in the media request, ladies and gentlemen, I file a thing that says anticipated problems, and I state the court rules in there. Here, let me flip it out here. Switch the camera around. But anticipated problems, ladies and gentlemen. We give you a little tiny spot, but I make a full page because these are the problems I anticipate engaging in my constitutional rights. People, including but not limited to court personnel that are against the MC 500, the form to request the filming, and disagree with the constitutionally protected right to freedom of press, may try to disrupt and prevent filming or try other ways to remove the press from the courtroom. The presiding judge will fail to uphold their oath and defend the constitutional right of freedom of the press and allow filming. The judge and or district attorney may try to discredit the media requester and falsely claim that the media requester is not media when the media requester is engaged in an activity that is protected by the United States Constitution, First Amendment, California Article 1, Section 2A, that states, relates to me being able to freely publish my stuff as an individual, and California court rules. Okay, that's the big one, ladies and gentlemen. Look that up. California Court Rule 1.150 paren B2, and that states, as I said, anybody engaged in news gathering or any other news media or news media agency. Now they have a whole list of definition in there about what a news media agency is. Newspaper, in-house publication. Oh, look at the ledge here. I can set this on good. In-house publication, all these things, right? But at the very end, it says any other news gathering or news media agency. Okay, I fall under the other. Okay, I'm sorry that you guys, the district attorney people probably watching this right now, disagree with that other section. Okay, but that's why it was put in there, to protect people that weren't covered in the original text. Okay, because somebody thought, hey, there could be an other form, because if you look at the case written down here on the page here, my notes here, and 211 here, page 211 here, I wrote, the case there, if you look it up, ladies and gentlemen, Reno versus ACLU, 1997, the Supreme Court extended to communications on the internet the same First Amendment protected rights of print media. So media on the internet, we have the same right as any other, magazine or newspaper or whatever, print media, okay? And then we have a ruling before that in Brandsburg versus Hayes, 1972. The court ruled that press freedom was an individual right, not just belonging to traditional press. Many non-traditional journalists can be categorized as journalists. Okay, and that was going to explain in detail in the case there that someone, a college professor giving a lecture, could be covered under freedom of the press. So they don't want to acknowledge case law. They don't want to acknowledge their own court rules. And the sad truth, ladies and gentlemen, is they shouldn't have to. But the only way things are going to change in Butte County is to drag. I've got seven judicial officers, deputy sergeants, individual deputies, all these people are going to have to be dragged down to federal court, and they're going to have to explain in front of a federal judge why. Oh, Bunny Boots Inc., nice to see you. Well, Bunny Boots, I had an attorney today retaliate against me, tell me to go fuck myself in front of the Butte County Jail. Oh, there's one district attorney, but that's not the district attorney you want to talk to, unless he's the one that mouthed off about me, about Michael Rooney in court, and caused him to go into such a rage that he confronted me at the Butte County Jail and told me to go fuck myself and threatened to sue me, but he's not going to because I have no money and I'm just a bum. I'm a bum who knows his rights. Very dangerous bum. A dangerous bum with knowledge. And that's the most dangerous weapon of all, ladies and gentlemen, is to know your rights. And that's what they don't like. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, mainly this is a stream mainly to talk about that. Could sue you, but exactly, Bunny Boots. He would look like a fool if he tried. And the difference is between him, and these public, these public servants that we pay, is that, okay, I could care less really if he goes up there and says, on the stand there that I'm not media. Well, him and the private attorney, and he even openly stated, ladies and gentlemen, on the stand there, in my opinion, we do not believe he is media. Okay, that's fine. That's your opinion. But the thing is, I can't really sue him over that because that's his opinion. But the difference is when these judges and district attorneys say I'm not media, when their own rules say I'm media, and then they deprive my rights. That's the problem. That's his opinion. If any attorney retained by a defendant wants to say I'm not media, that's their opinion. Fine. Exactly, he is a hack. But it's when that opinion is used by the judicial officers and district attorneys to violate my rights. That's the problem. So right now we're gonna wait. We had one district attorney guy just leave. So I hope they understand the hell they caused today. Because Mr. Veaver, an inmate who's representing himself, this is what he wanted me to confront the district attorneys, and I didn't really want to do that until I had something really good to confront them about, and now I do. Let's see. Guys, stop recording per phone calls and mouthing off to Mr. Rooney about me, please. Told me to go fuck myself at the Butte County Jail. I don't appreciate that. See, ladies and gentlemen, they have nothing to say because they're ashamed. They're ashamed that they took an oath to uphold and defend our constitutional rights, but they just think I'm a joke when I go and engage them constitutional rights. Now let me state another fact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the only media that's consistently here at the courthouse. All the local media, the newspaper, fuck no. They don't give a shit what goes on here unless somebody's getting sentenced for murder or something. Then they'll show up. I'll give you a good example. First day it came for the Richard Pyle Allen case, cold case murder 30 years ago, happened in 1991. And, First day, all the news vans, everything. There's, you know, parking lot news vans, all that, and you know, all that. But then he didn't have an attorney that day. So then the judge said, oh, well, we need to continue this out 2 days because he doesn't have an attorney. And so, okay, I showed up 2 days later. Only one other news guy was here. There was 3, 4, 5 channels here the first day, but the second day, just one guy. And then after that, it's been me ever since. Doesn't give them, yeah, exactly, Bunny Boots. If it doesn't give them clicks and views, they could care less. And that's where I'm at. I'm looking at the cases that don't get the clicks and views, that should get the clicks and views. But, you know, that's the corruption in this county. They don't want their dirty deeds that are done dirt cheap, you know, making that, you know, $100,000 salary. They don't want them exposed. Yeah, exactly. To feel shame, they have to have empathy, but that's lacking in legal. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Go fuck you. Oh, okay, yes, time to stand. Go fuck yourself too. We're having fun with that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pissed. So we're having a little protest right now. We're gonna wait until the district attorneys come out, and they're gonna have to reap what they sow. You know, even if it's not the one, I suspect it's Greason or Ruse that mouthed off, because those are the two notorious names that keep getting brought up. But you know, hey, you all work for the same office, so you're just as guilty, in my opinion. Guilty by association. Communicate it to your partners. You don't want me to call you out and put you on camera? Well, don't have your other, you know, DAs mouthing off. Exactly. If it doesn't get views, but it services to establish a record of places doing it right. Exactly. And you know what's a shame, ladies and gentlemen, is there are some decent people here in Butte County, but the corruption here suppresses those people. That if they even tried to do something, they would be retaliated against. That's how deep the corruption runs, ladies and gentlemen. 92% conviction rate in this county. So let me go back to where I had that camera on the ledge so I can sit it down and talk to you guys some more while we wait for these district attorneys. I'll give it at least this stream an hour or so. I want to see my battery run down. Yeah, okay, well, you can kind of see me there. There we go, get some light glare. But yeah, we're going to be waiting for the district attorneys to come out, and we saw three of them already. Two were together and one was by himself. So hopefully, I know from my understanding, if that investigator, Mr. Oakley, he told me they're still in court. And I do feel, you know, I could have been more harsh on him, but he's been respectful to me. So I took it easy. But, I mean, the only thing they probably didn't like is me banging on the door as loud as I did. But when I pressed the doorbell, I waited, and I didn't see anybody responding to the doorbell. I boom, 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 gave a... Yeah, I have the portable charger there. But I didn't bring it because I didn't plan on doing a live stream today. Okay, we got some more DA people coming. Here we go. Yeah. Did you mouth off to Mr. Rooney about me?
What's your name?
You know who I am. Yeah. Did you guys mouth off to Mr. Rooney about me? Came down to the Butte County Jail and told me to go fuck myself. And then threatened to sue me, but he's not going to because I don't have any money. I believe it's Ruse or Greason, but, you know, if you don't want this to happen, please stop recording Mr. Veaver's per phone calls. That's illegal. See, ladies and gentlemen, if this wasn't true, they would be saying, no, that's not true. And this one over there, you know, I've been in multiple courtrooms, and she's like, oh, I don't know who you are. See, ladies and gentlemen, This is how stupid they play. Are you video recording? Yeah, I'm the cameraman. Of course I'm video recording. You know, everybody's gonna reap what they sow. So everybody, that's more district attorney people. Are you recording? Are you recording? Well, yeah, I'm the cameraman. And that woman, I think she's probation, but still, I've been in courtrooms, at least 20 cases I've sat in that I've seen her. Yeah, yeah, exactly, 1950s. Sleeping there. So no, we still got people fluttering out, but hopefully it's either Ruse or Greason is the Greason is the one I really want to talk to. Since I'm getting specifically told that he was the one that's listening to the pro per phone calls. Nothing to hide. Yeah, exactly. If you have nothing to hide, nothing to fear. See how the issue wasn't about, what Mr. Rooney said or what was allegedly happened in the courtroom, but it was because I was filming. See, and that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. But on the other side here, even though we can record in, if you will, in there, I can't do any sort of recording. But out here, it's outside the courthouse, so I can record outside the courthouse. Let's see if I can mute the mic. All right, I just got the word they're closing up, so they left. So they skedaddled on out of there. So we'll head on over back to the DA's in the upper room. Now, see, ladies and gentlemen, they just send you, that's how they do it around here. Okay? Now, in all fairness, maybe Mr. Oakley did not know that they had actually returned from court. But now we're going to go up to the second floor DA's office. Give them hell. See, maybe there's some numbers on the door I can tell you to call. Let's see, assessor's office, county district. Yeah, here's the number, ladies and gentlemen. District Attorney's Office, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Area code 530-538-7411. Feel free to exercise your right to seek redress and ask, hey, why is the cameraman not media? Why are your district attorneys recording pro per phone calls? Why are they mouthing off to Mr. Rooney to incite him to come over and harass me and threaten me and violate rules of conduct to not engage in retaliation? Yeah, exactly. Hiding under the desk. Oh, honey, I'm gonna be home late. Well, why, sweetums? Well, there's this guy. He's got a camera, and he records things. I'm sure we can find it posted up somewhere. So, there they are. Now, there he is. There's one of them that we confronted. Yeah, just hurry and get in that door. Oh, there's somebody on the phone. Maybe somebody already called. Set my equipment down real quick. So it's gonna be a minute. She's on the phone. Except for him. I'm so mad, ladies and gentlemen, I could just steal this right now. I could just take it off the wall because that is such a hypocrite. But then they tried me for the 488. Oh, you can handle any phone calls you have right now. It's a bit of a long one. Yeah. So if you need a minute to take care of anybody more, and see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give the courtesy of the people ahead of me. Their business needs to be taken care of before I lay down my heavy stuff on her. Because, see, this is the problem. Like I explained to Mr. Oakley, ladies and gentlemen, is now the employees have to do damage control and explain the behavior of their higher-ups. Take some sanitizer, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, what's going to stop the spread is to wash your hands, not the mask. Wash your hands, not the mask. Thank you. Hey, everybody. So right now I'm just letting this, the secretary here take care of the woman that's her person, whoever's on the phone. Since I don't want to hold them up. Because I believe it's not one of the viewers, somebody with a legitimate issue. Look at this photo, ladies and gentlemen. These look like a bunch of gangsters. Gangsters robbing gangsters. We got 39% battery. Time, ladies and gentlemen, it's almost 5 o'clock. There we go.
Hello, you have a call at...
Well, sorry, I know somebody's calling me from the jail, but unfortunately, we're in the middle of the live stream, and even though I've explained it to people that even though I'm going to take a phone call, the live stream isn't going to stop, everybody tunes out. Yeah, exactly. So I don't see them. So either Greason and Ruse, they caught wind of what's going on and they've left the entire building for the day, or they're hiding in their offices somewhere. Okay, so hopefully that'll silence any more phone call noises we have. I just want to say thank you everybody for tuning in. Yeah, exactly. Elvis has left the building. I hope not. I hope they're in the back somewhere, lurking looking around. And there's the head man himself, the head devil. Best public servant. Alright, sure, yeah, no problem. One of those people to get done. So is Miss Ruse or Mr. Greason in, or are they split for the day? Because they need to come up here, either whichever one did it, needs to come up here and explain what they said to Mr. Rooney, Mr. Michael Rooney, that come down to the Butte County Jail. Well, I think he had business there anyways, but when I was there, he decided to let me know that when I left the courtroom today, they started talking about me, and they let Mr. Rooney know how I felt about him because he made an ass of himself to me previously, and I told that to a pro-per inmate, pro-per. And the only way they could have known that is if they listened and recorded the phone call. And Mr. Rooney then engaged in an act of retaliation in violation of bar rules, told me to go fuck myself. He threatened to sue me, but he wasn't going to sue me because I have no money and I guess I'm just a broke bum that lives with my parents. That's why he's not going to waste the time. So I want to know what they said to Mr. Rooney to cause him to get in such a rage to act that way, and primarily to ask they stop recording pro-per phone calls. And prior to this, oh, we'll give them a number and all this. They know who I am. If they're openly talking about me in court, then they can come out. If they're here, if they're already gone, then they're already gone. But if they're here, I'd like whichever one did to come up and explain themselves. I have a right to seek redress for grievances. California Constitution, Article 1, Section 3.
They are both listed as that they are still at court.
They're not at court. The deputies told me they're gone for the day. The doors are locked.
Well, that's what it shows here. That's how I find out who's here and who's not.
Can you just is their office on this side, or so I can just see if they're even there?
You can wait by the door. Everybody's going to be coming out at 5 o'clock.
Oh, which door is that?
The door that we leave to the front.
Oh, okay, that one over there.
I don't know if that's how they leave.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep my eye out then. They're not at court anymore because I was informed that they left right before I came back to court. So, I guess you can't just pop your head back there real quick and just make a visual check to make sure that they're gone for good, or because.
So it's 4:59, so I have to be closing that door.
Okay. All right. So, well then I'll just wait. If they're not, they're either going to work late, I'm out here, or if you will, or they're gone for the day. That's the only two, because somebody told me down here they're at court. I went to court. Deputies told me they're gone for the day from court. They went back over here. So they're just, I guess, right now. So, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I understand. You can only do what your screen shows you. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because you're the only one on duty, and it's policy procedures. So, but thanks anyways. You too. So, well, there you hear it. Oh, Jesus, did I freeze? Am I frozen, ladies and gentlemen? Am I frozen, ladies and gentlemen? It says it's still going live, but the picture on my end is frozen. Let me swap the camera around and see if that fixes it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's swap it back around. Okay, well, maybe now that fixed it. Is the video unfrozen now, ladies and gentlemen? Is the video unfrozen? It's unfrozen on my end. So, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Either split for the day, or they're hiding in the offices somewhere. And this is the back office for employees only. Come out, Greason. Come out, Ruse, wherever you are. So everybody's locking up for the day, it looks like. This is the discovery intake. They wouldn't be over here. but major crimes unit, poking our cameras around in there. Yeah, well, you've all seen what happens in that office. That's another video. So, let's see. District Attorney, employee only. I've been doing all right. I mean, other than getting retaliated against today, I've been doing all right. Okay, so for those of you tuning in late, we're trying to find District Attorney Ruse or District Attorney Greason. He decided, one of them decided they were gonna, oh, there's another DA, but that's not the DA we're looking for. He decided to mouth off him or her, whichever one did it. Dang it, is that video still frozen? So yeah, staying busy. Dang it, that video is freezing up. Let me try and turn down the brightness. It might be because my phone's getting a little warm. But here, hopefully that fixed it. But the audio's still good, ladies and gentlemen, right? You know the video is a little frozen. Let's see, dang it. I think the video is freezing up. I think the video is still freezing up. Okay, well, as long as the audio is good, I'm going to keep rolling. As long as the audio is good, I'm going to keep rolling. I might end it here because I don't think, ladies and gentlemen, they're here. I think they've split the building. They got wind. They decided to mouth off and caught wind of my plans. But hopefully the employees will spread the word that not to be doing this anymore. Because if this is how you're gonna act, well, we're gonna hold you accountable. And we'll go out the other way there, go around the back towards all the investigators park. But yeah, they just decided to split the building for the day. So we'll see them. We'll see them around. You know, they may have avoided me today, but they're gonna have to see me another. Yeah, that guy in there with the big old beard, you can't see him. But when I pounded on that door, just like they do, ladies and gentlemen, just like the police do when you don't answer the door, he gave me a like this, you know, what's wrong with you sort of look. So maybe they are still in court. People just came out of the court. People just came out of the court, so maybe they are still in court. But why would the tell me that they left? So we're going to walk around, ladies and gentlemen. Let me adjust the brightness on this so I can see. And walk around to where the investigators all hang. Swap hands here because my hand is getting sore. This is where all the investigator parking is, where they have their unmarks, and they come out here, and I've witnessed them, ladies and gentlemen, where they will actually come out with screwdrivers. Yeah, it does, but it's hard to see, you know, what I'm pointing at. But yeah, I've actually seen them, ladies and gentlemen. They'll come out and they will actually get a screwdriver and change the license plates on the vehicles. So we're going to give it a few more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. See if maybe they are in court, maybe they're not. I saw some people still coming out, employees. I mean, maybe they did, maybe didn't. But the point is, I think their colleagues got the message. So we're just gonna go ahead and walk back over to the court. Yeah, exactly. They're hiding under the desk somewhere. They're hiding under the desk. So I'm sure too this live stream is gonna ruffle some feathers. Okay, we got those guys. You talking to me?
Yes, sir.
What's the issue? Am I being detained?
No, we have to talk, though.
Well, I don't want to talk. No problem.
You don't have a choice.
Well, am I being detained or am I free to go?
I'm going to ask you some questions.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
What are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, start calling the Butte County Sheriff's Department.
What's going on? What are you doing?
You should know why. What's going on if you're called out here.
You are cameraing the whole facility.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to answer any questions. Am I being detained or am I free to go?
You're not detained yet.
Well, if I'm not detained, I'm going. You know my name.
What's your name? You're
If
not
I'm
free to go.
don't put your hands on me.
You're not free to go.
Don't put your hands on me, sir.
I'm not done talking to you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you shaking? Are you having a medical issue? Are you having a medical issue, sir? Because you're shaking really bad.
And turbulation causes turbulence in my hands.
Oh, okay. So can I have your name, please?
No,
Why not?
because you said I'm not being detained.
Well, you need to give me your name, please.
You guys already know my name. Sergeant Allen knows my name already. I'm not going to give you information you already know. This is just a waste of time. You're just here to hem me up and harass me further.
I'm not here to harass you. I'm just asking you questions.
Well, you put your hand on me.
But you're not here
And
to
what's your
answer my
badge number?
question.
What's your badge
72.
number, Lamore?
72.
72.
Yep.
All right. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, start dialing the Butte County Sheriff's Department. And sergeant's in there probably running me for wants and warrants. Come back clean. Probably even watching the live stream.
What's going on, Samuel?
See, exactly. See, we know the name, so I'm sure you know what's going on.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Did you make any kind of statements or something to somebody out here?
What's the issue? What's
Somebody's threatening to blow up the courthouse.
blow up the courthouse? Blow up the courthouse? Come on, ladies. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. Really? I've been live the whole... Ladies and gentlemen, anybody on the live stream, did you hear me say to blow up the courthouse? Out here threatening to blow up the court... Come on. Give me a break. Threaten to blow up the courthouse, please. I know, right, Langley? What the hell?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All day. Okay. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I bet you Michael Rooney called and said I was going to do that.
All right, Samuel. You gonna blow the courthouse up?
No.
Okay.
Where'd you get this? Where'd you get this report from?
Some lady reported this to me. Okay. I'm waiting on her phone call to me.
Okay.
Find out exactly what's going on. The description person she gave me matches you.
Well, of course. I mean, I'm the only one around here with a suit and fedora.
Yeah. So that's all I'm here to.
I mean, what is she alleging that she heard? That's I said I'm going to blow up the courthouse.
That's what I told you, right?
All right, and I want this. Can we have this woman identified? Because I want her potentially charged with 148.5.
Okay, well, we're not going to do that.
Well, she's wasting your time, my time,
No, she's
and
not
resources.
wasting my time.
You
I'm
had
still
this
here.
man here commit a battery against me. I should be placing him in handcuffs for battery. Because I asked him multiple times to state what I was being detained for. He said I wasn't being detained, and then when I walk away, he grabs my arm.
You realize
No.
you're free to go right now, right?
Yeah, then
Bye.
are you going to touch me?
Bye.
All right, bye.
Have a nice day.
Dude, that's what I wanted to do from the get-go, you motherfucker. Jesus. Don't ever put your fucking hands on me again without reasonable articulable suspicion of detainment. Fucking idiots. So, some lady here said I threatened to blow up the courthouse. Can you believe... That's what happened, time to stand. So, I was here, doing the live stream. I've been live streaming for about 55 minutes now, and I guess some lady said that I threatened to blow up the courthouse. Let me wrap that around. I hope the audio is good on this, ladies and gentlemen. But some lady said I threatened to blow up the courthouse. And then we got a notorious sergeant here who I have multiple complaints against. Figures he's out here in command. Oh, they won't release it. Jason, they won't release it. Jason KNZ audits, they won't release it. They'll claim the government code, security, and all this stuff. And when I told him I want him charged for making a false police report, because we have it, I've been live streaming, we have it. And 5 George QV847, that's the plate of that unmarked unit. They threatened, somebody said I threatened to blow up the courthouse. Exactly, we will be doing a records request. Tomorrow I will be doing a records request. But see, what happened is that probably that DA lady didn't like me talking to her. And that's what happened. That's what happened. They didn't like me talking, and then they go, oh, get rid of this man. Do whatever it takes. And they make up a false claim. Because I would like to know what lady, what lady. I mean, maybe it's these people over here. Let me ask. I mean, there is a lady over here. I mean, honestly, I want to inquire, investigate. Excuse me, ma'am. Did you call the sheriff's on me? They said some lady said.
No, but if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Okay. Well, there's.
My kids are here.
Okay.
I really don't want to talk to you.
Okay, thanks. I just want to make sure because I just want to ask, but that's your statement. But thank you anyways, because you're the only lady, and I'm like, well, if it's yeah, that's what I mean. So, they just say a lady, and I'm like, well, you got to be more specific than that. But yeah, well, when they put hands on me, they should, and then say I'm not detained. But we wouldn't expect that from a court. She probably was the one that called, ladies and gentlemen. She had one of those little dangly things on. Well, my kids are here. Well, and does that mean my rights go away just because your kids are here? Well, what about the people that have to bring their kids here to court because they can't afford childcare or anything like that to watch their kids? Yeah, I'm noticing that time to stand. The screen keeps freezing up. So I'm just curious to see what these deputies are planning to do. If they're gonna take off and leave. Well, let me see that right. If they're gonna plan to take off and leave, or if they're gonna follow me, because I'm ready to leave now. Because it's clear to me that Greason and Ruse blew the coop, if you will. They flew the canary's cage. And so yeah, they're obviously gone, but I mean, what are these guys going to do? They're going to follow me now? Waste even more tax dollars and resources? Well, why are you shaking? Well, adrenaline and turbulation causes turbulence in my hands. I'd like live stream placing a forward. Yeah, yes. Yeah. Time to Stand says, fuck the police. From Time to Stand. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're just, unfortunately, it's past 4:30, so we can't do a public records request, but I'll do that tomorrow. Let's see if she stops. If she stops, yeah. Yeah, that's probably the cop caller. That's probably the cop caller. 7W7 William Zebra Robert 590. That lady's probably the cop caller. If she's stopping to talk to the sheriffs, then she probably called on me. Well, even if I did, yeah, I got a little battery notification, so we're probably going to end it here shortly. But yeah, that's what, you know, well, even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Well, then that tells me you probably did, because you'd be confidently telling me, oh, I'm the one that called the police on you. Is that Ruse down there? No, that's not Ruse. Old Yellow Gang. So yeah, let's go ahead and gonna keep it rolling here, ladies and gentlemen. Cut it here once I get away and get where they can leave me alone. Turn on the scanner and start listening to them. He's gonna blow up the courthouse. Give me a fucking break. Is that the best lie you could come up with, Bigelow? I mean, really, that's the best lie you could come up with? What a bunch of fucking crooked liars. But that's how they do it here in Butte County, ladies and gentlemen. You just saw it. When you get stopped, they put their hands on me. Like I told him, ladies and gentlemen, that officer should be in handcuffs right now for battery, for putting his hands on me. He openly said, and you watched it, ladies and gentlemen, 23 of you watched it, he said, I am not being detained. And then when I walk away, he grabs me and he puts his arm on me. Fuck you. And there'll be a complaint against you tomorrow morning. Yeah. There'll be complaints coming about you. There'll be a complaint about this. Like anything will be done about it. Piece of shit. So yeah, watch, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go file a complaint about this, and even though he's in the wrong, he put his arms on me, committed battery. You know, they'll rule that, oh, you know, they call, and because of officer safety, you know, we investigated ourselves and we found no wrongdoing. So just another one to add to the list of harassment by the Butte County Sheriff's Department and District Attorney's Office. They better not pull me over. If they do, that's going to be the last mistake they make today, is to pull me over. And we'll see. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, they live and all this shit, so I don't know why they need to follow me. So yeah, they had an unmarked for me and shit. Threatened 2 unmarked. And you don't have a choice in the matter. Fuck you. I don't have a choice in the matter. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. I don't have a choice in the matter. You know, you all heard that, ladies and gentlemen, right? You all heard that. I don't have a choice in the matter. These people are fucking corrupt. These are demons. These are demons, ladies and gentlemen. These are demons. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see a tail on me. I think I'm going to be okay. If something happens, I'll come back, but I think I'm going to be good. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll probably do a follow-up stream in a couple hours. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.